Um, what's that? Chimney Rock.
Chimney Rock. What?
Chimney Rock, man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm waiting on the notifications. Let's go ahead and get the timer going while I'm waiting on the notifications, man. And let's go ahead and get started. I thought I had the notification. Hold on a second.
It say live.
I got one notification. All right, they got two now, so then we might as well skip
right,
the.
my
Here we
LinkedIn
go.
just kicked off.
All right, all right. All right, peace to the family. This is Brandon B. Dixon. All right, so we're gonna get the show started, man. We're talking real estate this week. We got a real good show for you, real quick. Let's go ahead and get the introductions started, and we're gonna go ahead and get the show started real quick. CJ, you want to get it kicked off here?
All right. I got a short mind. I'll be talking to them.
Yeah, you got to speed it up.
I mean, if the banners come up on time, then I can speed it up.
Yeah, I'm following your lead.
All right, what's up, everybody? CJ with Greenwood Realty Group. Follow me on social media at CJ Sales Texas, CJSELLSTX. Hit up the website, greenwoodrealtytx.com. We got all the up and coming houses available. If you're looking for home values, or if your agent looking for another team to join, want to level up, we got all that information on the website. So check it out, greenwoodrealtytx.com. Got the YouTube channel at CJ the Realtor, and we have our luxury home tours on there where we're showing you some of the nicest homes in the luxury market here in Houston and surrounding areas. So give the channel a like, subscribe, or share, all that good stuff. And if you got questions, call me, text me, 832-338-3182. That'll get you direct to my line. If you have any questions on real estate, hit me up. Let's talk about it. And then our mentorship program, the Mansa Academy, where we're teaching our young men knowledge of sales and entrepreneurship. If you're interested in learning more, go on the website at themansaacademy.org. And we have the forms on there if you'd like to donate, whether it's time or money. That's the outro to my intro.
Gotcha. Hyman, we got you set up. I think you muted yourself.
Yeah, I didn't mute myself on my pup. My name is Hyman Livins with H&F Realty. Here to help you with your real estate needs, whether it's buy, sell, or invest. Feel free to reach out to me. The cigar tonight is the Black Pearl, a Nicaraguan blend.
Right. And Barry, let me get you queued up here. I think I have you up here. Here we go.
All right, this is Barry B with Homes by Barry B. If you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate in the Houston surrounding areas, give me a call, 832-786-1270. You can Google me at Homes by Barry B. I'm on all social media, YouTube. So give me a call, give me a message, and let's talk about, let's get those goals, help reach those goals.
Gotcha. All right, let me run through mine real quick. Again, it's Brandon B. Dixon, MLS 1541210. Luxury real estate agent as well. So I got to keep remembering to put that in there. At B&L Loan Officer on all social media, including the YouTube. So go ahead, like, subscribe. Again, I got a contest. We need to get to 1,500 subscribers by the end of the year. So contest. If we get to 1,500 subscribers, I'm going to go give away, do a raffle, probably give away a TV or something. Maybe this depends, maybe a MacBook or something like that. So, y'all stay tuned. Go to my website, www.applywithb.com. You want to go ahead and book me for a consultation, or you're ready to apply for a mortgage. A lot of people have been asking for the Cash App. The Cash App is at $sign the Power of Ownership. Also, go to cocinvestmentclub.com. I'm looking for the banner right here. Here we go. If you want to go ahead and get to our investment club. Actually, we got something real special. We got a meeting on the 15th. We're going to revamp how we're doing the membership on the investment club. So stay tuned for that. So it's going to be live, man. So if y'all want to go ahead, get the investments, you want to pitch your investments, we got people with plenty of money that's going to be ready to spend some money with you, if you got a good idea. So also, the last thing I want to go ahead and emphasize is Doors and Dogs is actually going to be coming late this month. So be on the lookout for that. It's going to be a virtual event. So be on the lookout for that. So I got some of the top dog breeders in the world. It's going to be with me, some of the best real estate investors, and we're going to come together and show you how to make this money. So let's go ahead and get this started. Let me make this banner for this while I intro the show. I know it's the holiday season. Everybody making different lists and stuff like that, and stuff they're gonna buy. What's on special? What they're gonna do as far as Black Friday? With plays and stuff they're gonna hit with albums coming out. They're gonna listen to this full quarter. So we're gonna do some top lists that we we're gonna take turns. I got a couple of things that I want to know as far as what the panel insight is. I want to start off with this. What's your top three? Let's start off with the top three. What's your top three things that if you could do it over again when you first started in the business, you do it over again? Or you wish let me rephrase that. You wish you would have known when you first started that you know today in real estate. What's your top three things that you wish that you would have known when you first started that you know right now that you'll implement? So I'll go ahead and open that up. Top three, man. Top three. Let's get it. Not all at the same time, man.
Gotta think. You just said
Right. So you gonna fire them off, huh?
Yeah, you just not something to just be on the mind.
Right. Hold on, let the people know. We don't know what the questions are before the show. He just pops up with this, so we find out when y'all find out. So don't think we had time to prepare.
Sometimes I don't know, man. Sometimes I don't know. As soon as I'm thinking of it, as soon as I click on.
You know before we know. Either way.
Right. So, what the top three things that you wish you would have known or that you would implement day one that you know right now in real estate?
All right, I got you. Number one, for me, would be understand that it's not always about the commission or getting paid. Understanding that you're going to make the money once you provide the best service, once you understand what your potential clientele needs from you. Number two, understand the importance of relationships, whether it be relationships with your lender, the title, your friends, your family, understanding how that relationship plays an important factor in your business. Number three, taking it more serious, being more serious about real estate as a business, not just as like how we like to put transactional.
Right. So I got you in it. Barry, CJ.
I said one of the first things I would say is, like Hyman kind of said, was treated more like a business out the gate, because especially for the people that are used to being W-2 going to 1099, you better set that tax money to the side.
You didn't went Patrick over. You know what I'm saying?
As soon as you
Patrick
get paid,
You froze, CJ.
Yeah, Patrick gave you his CD.
And my bet.
Yeah, there you go.
No, I just said I would have the business part structured properly out the gate.
Right. That's one.
I'll come up with the other two in a minute.
Yeah, with me, I think, understanding the total aspect of the whole gamut of real estate, because I got in it just wanting to help people, but you got to understand everything about it. Marketing. A lot of things that I did or didn't do early, I wish I would have done at the beginning of my career. And a lot of the money that I spent and wasted early.
Right. So
My
you got
my mother used to tell me,
the message from the last week's show, right?
huh?
You got the message from last week's show, right?
Oh. My mama told me that wasted money is the best lesson.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I see a bunch of people, if you watch last week's show, sitting there wasting money with Facebook right now.
Yeah.
You know. And what's the third one?
No, I said understanding the whole aspect and the marketing. Like I didn't market a lot when I was at the beginning of my career.
Right. So that's
understanding marketing and like the CRMs, building, getting my list of people together and things like that. At the beginning, I was pretty much just letting people know, what I do.
Right, just kind of willy nilly with it.
Yeah, and that goes back to that other thing of understanding the whole business.
Right. All right, CJ, you got 2 more. Are you froze again?
I would say don't let somebody else's urgency make you step outside of your process.
What?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's a solid one.
Because people like, I need to go do it. Like, it's a method to the madness. Let's stick to the script.
Yeah.
Instead of let's jump it out there doing stuff that you shouldn't be doing yet.
That's true. A lot of rookies in business do that. Do that right there. They're so excited they got somebody.
Panic? You talking about?
No, just all right. I'll go show you this house before we even have a real conversation or something like that. Or instead of sticking to your process.
Write a contract knowing that the lender hasn't fully got a good picture of whether or not the deal can close.
Mm-hmm.
Like little rookie mistakes that you just made.
You so excited about somebody wanting something, you just forget about all the other stuff that you should be doing.
Right.
So
and number 3,
that definitely happens to rookies. Oh yeah, that happens.
Yeah. Number 3,
as soon as somebody shows some interest,
time blocking.
You ready to hop in your car as soon as they show some interest.
Time blocking. That's a solid one. That's a solid one. Allocating the right time for the right thing. That's so true.
Mm-hmm. And sticking to it.
Yeah, man.
All right, and the last one was what?
Time blocking.
Time blocking, like for you talking about as far as like
on your schedule, your calendar, like what your day to day from this time to this time.
All right. Well, like I said, I can't primarily do real estate. I mean, I got, I know it's, a side of the same coin, but I really can't really speak from your side, but I can speak from the loan officer side. One of the big things, the biggest thing ever is I wish I knew about the broker side from the get-go. I wish I wouldn't I know I had to cut my teeth on the retail side, but I spent all those years, imprisoning my own self. I wish I would have got my teeth cut on the broker side. That way I knew how to do everything and made way more commission and had way more freedom and did everything a lot better from the get-go. With the retail side, you could find and you're in prison. You stuck on selling them what they got to offer. You sell that menu, and that's it. You really don't do it justice to the customer. You don't shop for the best rate. You selling them on the rate that they have available, and it's almost like being an artist. I think Plug One from De La Soul said this. He said he's talking to the people that got children and record label execs to feed. So what that meant by that is that he got, I'm feeding these vice presidents and middle management that don't bring nothing else to the table besides criticize me, and I'm feeding all their families, and I could have cut the middleman out a long time ago, because they provide no value. A lot of those middle management, all they do is critique you, and I'm the producer, so and they don't bring anything to the table. Just I don't see what the middle management is for in this particular business, and that's something that should be done. That's padded in your actual loan, and that you paying your customers is paying for, these salaries and these vacations and these profit sharing. The second thing out of the biggest mistake that I made. I mean, one of the things I wish I'd have known that tonality is super duper important, especially over the phone. Like I used to try to be quantity over quality. You know what I mean? As far as, all right, let me see how many calls I could take, and I could be the same way with every one of them. And you can't. I think I said this in a couple of shows earlier. Females sometimes, if you had a rough call, you need to take a break before you get on the phone with some of these females, especially first time home buyer clients, because that your tonality will be different. And even though you business and professional, they interpret it totally different. Don't forget they have a different lens. So pump the brakes, and get back to like a smiley face. So that tonality is huge. Then my third is, I wish I would have known about the investor side, the money on the investor side from the jump. I would have focused on investors from the jump. Because it's more my speed, it's more numbers, it's more skill involved. You know what I mean? So it's more skill, less emotion. So I would have focused on investors. That's finding deals and connecting people together is kind of my strong point. So I would have focused on investors from the get-go. So that's my top three. Corey, I think you got somebody got since you came on, you got like a TV in the background or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's super duper loud.
Corey out there kicking it.
Yeah, you got it.
Look, I'm out chilling.
Yeah,
Chilling out here, man. Look, I got everything I need right here.
That's the new spot, huh?
Right.
The new man.
Corey's boom boom room.
All you got to do is, they got the background. You put a background, they ain't gonna know where you're at. So.
Man, look, it don't care. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna see you the Greenwood background. You can go and throw that on there.
Right.
No problem. I'll put it.
Right. So now, if you want to hop in, we talking. We gonna come up with some lists today. The top 3, top 5s. But right now, the first one on the board is, what's your top 3 things that you wish you would have known, whether it's real estate or on the loan side, that you wish you would have known or you would have implemented day one that you know right now? So what's the top 3 things you wish you would have known when you first started, or you would have implemented what you first started that you know now?
Oh, that's a tough one. I know the first thing is, you know what I'm saying, is that I would have became a broker a lot faster if I would have known. If I would have known, you know what I'm saying, what I, know now, what I know then, what I know now.
Right.
Broker was the first thing, and buying investment houses a little bit earlier. I think, you know what I'm saying, that would have been a second. And the third, I can't think of a third right now.
Anything?
I'm sure there's plenty of stuff, you know what I'm saying, that I would have done different, but you know what I'm saying, just kind of right now, off the top of my head, I can't think of a third one.
Right. I got a couple of more top lists, and then I'll have y'all come in with y'all lists that y'all want. Everything except top basketball players. I'm try to get it to, real estate, or even like professional top lists. I'm gonna give. Let's have some fun, man. And this is a Hyman question, man. Top 3 brokers, man. Top 3 brokers in the business right now.
Top 3 brokers.
Greenwood.
Well, let me finish this sentence. Top 3 brokers in the business and why you put them in your top. Your Mount. Let's do the top 4. Let's do your Mount Rushmore. Who's your Mount Rushmore of brokers and why? Like why you put them at the top of the top echelons?
You want us to not plug ourselves?
Well, I'm talking about who you admire. Who would you model yourself after?
You want us to not plug ourselves? That's what that
No,
is.
you can't put yourself in there. Like, like as far as if you talking,
you got to put your own company in Mount Rushmore. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
That'd be unrealistic.
but this is who you look up to. You look up to Mount Rushmore. So who you look up your top 4 and why? You know what I mean? So
all right. So if you want to do it like that, I'm gonna say Century 21. I think that's solid because of their longevity in business. They were one of the first real estate brokerages out here.
All right.
Of course you're gonna put the balloon up just because from a marketing perspective, everybody knows about the balloon. No matter, it was just one of the largest marketing firms that I believe that took marketing to that serious level to where I would see them on Super Bowl ads.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it would be the balloon, of course. I would take KW because they taught me a lot. There's out of respect of the business side of it, teaching you how to get down to the granular of your individual business from a cost of per lead perspective and then a cost of per closing. I didn't learn how to do that till I got with them. And I'm gonna have to put EXP because of their expansion and their ability to take one thing and see where it was missing, which is they come out the KW model and really innovate that model to what you see now, which is that profit share is just like nasty that I've heard, just nasty. There you go.
So the MLM aspect of it.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, we're gonna see how that EXP stock does with this court ruling.
Yeah.
All right, anybody? Barry, who's your Mount Rushmore brokers?
I gotta think. I do like some of the ones he said. Like now, I do like. I think, like you said with Remax. I mean, like you said, as far as marketing, I mean, who doesn't know? Even if you live in an apartment or you know about them just from their marketing.
You just know about the balloon, man.
I mean, yeah, you just know about the balloon.
That's it.
And I KW, of course, because they showed me about leads and getting leads. When I first got into the game, the first company I went to, they never talked about leads. I didn't know anything about that until I came to KW.
Yep.
I'm trying to.
That might KW out, man. You like the Dallas Cowboy fans. That's all they know.
No, Dallas, don't put me with Cowboy fans.
KW out, man. KW.
No, I mean, but it's like I said, as far as what they showed me, like I said, I was with a couple different companies before I got with them, and I didn't even know what a lead was. If you'd asked me, just get out there and tell people you sell real estate. I mean, that's pretty much how the other ones did. and took your money.
Yep.
I think now one of the I like Caldwell Banker is a good broker that I actually really considered them before going to KW because they had a lot of training there with their and we know about Caldwell Banker also with their marketing.
How long Caldwell been in the business? Were they one of the originals?
Yeah, they've been there for a while since.
Like I said, I just remember Century 21 being one of the original real estate brokerages.
Oh yeah. I remember just growing up just with the gold jackets with them.
Yeah, with the gold jackets, you just knew that. Yeah,
you just knew them. I don't know who else I would think. I don't know. I may have to come back with that fourth one.
I'm gonna see if anybody gonna name it. I'm gonna say I got one that nobody's gonna name. I bet.
Right, but we talk about the greats. CJ,
I'm gonna tell you what they solid for what they've done.
So I agree with them with the balloon. When I just I recently got my certification for international real estate. So Remax is one of the only brokerages that's really international. They are in a lot of different other countries, and when you're working with people that want to buy elsewhere, you got to find a reputable person to find a lot of information that isn't prevalent. So I'll give them a shout out for that. I'm gonna go local, man. My mentor, David Cole, first class realtor, is the reason I'm in real estate. Been in the game over 20 years doing this thing. So I got to give him a shout out.
Are they purple and white?
Huh?
Are they purple and white?
Nah, black and white.
Their logo is black and white.
Yep. And then definitely honorable mention to Courtney Johnson Rose, Georgie Properties. They've been doing an amazing job. She just got elected to be the national president of NAREB, National Association of Real Estate Brokers.
Gotcha. I mean, Corey, you could do a hybrid of lenders and brokers if you want. We could do like the hybrid 2 and 2, however you want to do it.
I'll do 4 real estate ones that I like. Obviously you have to put K-Dub and Remax in there, you know what I'm saying? I just think because of the history. The other one that I would actually put in there is not a big Texas-based real estate agency, but it's bigger in California, international, and other parts of the country. But it's called The Agency by Mauricio.
Oh yeah, I've heard about them. I seen one of their listings come across the screen.
Yeah, so you know what I'm saying. I like the way that they do their business. You know what I'm saying, and it's a little bit more catered towards the younger crowd. I think a lot of these other brokerages, you know what I'm saying, they've been around for a while. They become antiquated because they don't really change up much. So I kind of like the way they're doing things. And then Douglas Elliman is probably another one that I would say. If I had to switch it over to the lending side of it, I probably would put Rocket at top. Rocket, yeah. Rocket Mortgage.
Oh, Rocket Mortgage. Oh, okay.
Yeah. I said, whoa.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. You were saying somebody else.
I have to boo that. Boo.
I'll definitely put Rocket. I'll definitely put UWM in there. I probably would do. Oh, it's a tough one after that one. I probably would do the Lone Store, and then I'll probably do Penny Mac after that.
Right. I mean, I'm gonna do like a hybrid. I don't know if I got 4 and 4. I definitely got 2 and 2. I mean, you got to do Century 21, man. I think they probably had the best branding, period, with the gold jackets. You know, and they made it like a household name. I didn't know there was different. As a kid, I didn't know there was any other agency besides Century 21. I thought you had to go through Century 21 if you wanted to sell real estate. You know, that's how much they had it sold up. I thought you had to get if you didn't have a gold jacket, you weren't a real estate agent. So that's how well they marketed as in the 80s and the 90s. You know, when we were kids. So, you know, I'm big on marketing. So they marketed. They was on TV like every other commercial back in the 80s.
True.
Lending wise, you got to, you know, my top dog is definitely UWM. Just because I like Ishbia tenacity. He's never satisfied. He always changing up. He's always better and stuff. He's just a winner, man. Like he don't even want the competition nowhere in the vicinity. So he's gonna just keep getting better. Keep getting better. I could talk all day about Ishbia. Ishbia is a dog. Back to the lending side. I mean, back to the real estate side. You got to give it to KW, not for what y'all thinking, not the training, but the business model as far as making the brand, making people pay that for that brand to wear the privilege of that brand. So if you're talking from the business side and you getting people, I'm gonna take a chunk of your money, and you're gonna thank me for it. They the master of that. You know, so
you don't know about Remax saying that.
Remax is saying, I thought Remax was like
Remax was taking your money for real.
So, KW take that. And I'm not sure if anybody purchased the house because you was with KW. I've never seen that before. I mean, I never heard that from any of my agents. Well, since you was a KW, I'm gonna give you the list. And I've never seen that before, but they still convince people that's the place to be. So that you got to give them the props on that, So, this is the dark horse. I know they changed up. I know this is controversial. I know Corey gonna say something about this, but I like Caliber as far as lending. And I'm gonna tell you why. I know they're New Res right now. I know they switched up. I think they sold out or whatever. But I like what they was doing. I like they wanted to be different than everybody else. I like they had that portfolio products. I like the fact that they have where you had the open communication with the underwriters as far as retail. They had a lot of nice stuff that they were doing. As far as a retailer, they had their own system, HTO, that's technology. They were kind of like UWM on the retail side. So Caliber, I like Caliber as far as lending. I know that they New Res now. I like the jumbo product. They had one day out of bankruptcy, one day out of foreclosure. So they had their own portfolio of products, something like a credit union where it was exclusive to them. And they had their own guidelines, and they would kind of go about whatever they wanted. And basically they'll do those type of loans if you got them. And then switching back, I got to put one more on honorable mention. As far as I like, even though I don't like the people there, I don't like the company. I got to give props to Loan Depot as far as ease of use of system and the technology, and they something like in the same realm of Ishbia and UWM. They I like people that's forward thinking. So I got to put your Loan Depot as an honorable mention. I like what they're doing as far as they used to be a call center, and they kind of move away from that. Do we got everybody?
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I got one more, then I open it up. Man. All right. Top 3. Let's go real quick. Top 3 things that's a pain in the ass about the business that you don't like, that you wish you could change. What's your top 3 pain points? And don't everybody jump in at the same time now.
Dude, paperwork.
Paperwork, everything digital now.
That's an easy fix for that.
All right, everything digital, man.
I'm just saying, period.
Gotcha. What else?
That's
top
why I'm
3
hiring a
things.
transaction coordinator.
Oh, goodness gracious. Top 3 things that I would rather change in the business. The way the appraisals are done, the added extra level of inconsistencies on appraisals.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
The flip and flopping about whether you use a settlement statement or you use the closing disclosure at closings. I'd rather prefer it be one thing. I think it'd be a settlement statement or a closing disclosure, not either or as you go from title company to title company.
And then even as a buyer's agent, not being able to talk to the appraiser.
Man, that's tough right there. That is tough. And on the lending side, there is no uniformity from broker to broker, right? Just something that we can. There's one thing that every one of y'all have to do this way, and we all know what it is, and we can stay in line with it. Top 3 things.
I'm not following you on that. Like you talking about lender or you talking about broker?
I call it. It's all the same to me from a real estate perspective. I know the difference, but just speaking in real estate in terms that.
Right. Because basically, if you talk about broker, the broker going to be like a mom and pop. You know what I mean? So how he run his business, that it might all be convenience stores, but the clerk is not the same. The stock is not the same, so it's gonna be a little bit different. So but as far as lender, that whole procedure, they got guidelines, but some of them might have overlays. Some of them might have certain things that they want. Some of them might have different procedures. So
I thought that was solid when you said it's like a mom and pop, and it's the same thing but a different clerk. Even as real estate brokers, we still follow the same guidelines. We still follow the same documentation, no matter what.
Right.
Am I not mistaken, fellas? As far as on the real estate side, even if you're working for like Bear work for KW, we all still gonna use the 1-4 contract.
Right.
We're all gonna still use a third party. When it comes from broker to retail, there are so many inconsistencies because of how you guys can put the transaction together. And it's like, okay, how are we gonna do this one? What's gonna do this one based on what it was? Stuff like that.
I guess if you jump into person, but let me ask Chris, did you notice a difference when I closed besides speed? Is it a difference in methodology between retail and broker? Or I do it exactly the same way?
From my standpoint, say what?
You don't have to answer it, CJ. Just plead the
Nah, but like from what I see and what I'm told is pretty much the same. I'm not deep down into the intricacies of the forms and everything. My clients, it's always directly handled between them and the lender. So I'm not involved on that side.
Good answer. Hey, Barry, let's clap our hands, Barry. Say good answer, ready?
Everybody
I saw
said,
Barry shaking his head.
Yeah, I
Barry
mean,
approved.
Yeah, I mean,
It's never
that's the
been
same thing I'm thinking is I'm not into those specific talks between the client and the loan officer or broker or whoever, you know.
hey, Hyman over there filling out the form for his client.
Right. Well, the reason I was saying that is because it's really on that person how they run it. Like if you jumping from person to person, yeah, some people might not run it the same way. Some people will be totally different. I guess if you say it like that, they gotta have a format in order to run it. Yeah, but I guess we could say on that side though too. All realtors are different as far as the call frequency, how they call, how they hand the client over, and so on and so forth. So, but the paperwork, yeah, is all the same. But as far as the methodology, as far as the interpersonal communication is gonna be different. You see what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, and that's one thing too, especially with on our side is dealing with another agent, their personality or their professionalism.
Right.
Some people we all have A, B, and C to do, but some people do A, C, and then B.
Right. Some people don't answer the phone after 4:30 in the click. Some people only answer the phone.
Oh, I hate that. Or you at the house and the lockbox that they put out there not working, and you try to call them and they not answering the phone.
Right.
You sitting there looking silly.
Right. So you got everybody's different.
Yeah.
Hey, who's next? Top three, man. Top three pain points. You muted.
I would say at the top of my list is trigger leads.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Trigger leads is the number one pain point I got. So for those of y'all that don't know what trigger leads are, you know what I'm saying? Us as lenders, when we pull your credit, essentially that information gets sold to a whole bunch of other lenders. So what they do is they bombard our clients with a whole bunch of phone calls and emails.
Right.
About they can do this, that, and the third, or whatever the case may be. And they're working on trying to change the laws on that. But as of right now, you know what I'm saying, it gets ridiculous with the phone calls back to back toward the client. So that would be my number one pain point. My second pain point would be probably the literacy of clients, the financial literacy. Some people are just kind of gun-ho on self-sabotaging. Right. Even though we, advise them to do certain things, you know what I'm saying? People come up with excuses to make bad financial decisions. And then sometimes that becomes a struggle. Number three is, man, that's tough. Yeah, number three is tough.
Sure, I got another one.
Go ahead.
When you list in the house and Showing Time automatically gets that list and then they send you an invoice, even though you don't use them.
Huh?
Wait,
Yeah, what's that?
When did
Well,
that
When
happen?
you list a house,
List a house
and it
and Showing Time
automatically goes to
automatically
Showing
invoice.
Time,
Yeah.
and even though we got an option for Showing Smart and Showing Time, it automatically gets directed to Showing Time for showings.
Really?
Even though if you don't use them, they still send you that invoice. Be like, I wasn't even using y'all.
That's tough.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
how do you get rid of the invoice?
You got to call them every time, like take it off, because it's
I
supposed to
didn't
be like
hire
automatic, like automatic billing. So
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Is that
I
because
didn't know
Hard
that.
because Hard removed them or created their own showing service that we didn't have to pay for anymore?
I think that's
so
That's what that
showing
came about, I think.
time was the only option after
we had.
CSS for a while.
Oh yeah,
didn't they
that's
just
right.
get bought
But
out by
CSS
somebody?
was showing.
Say what?
CSS.
Didn't Showing Time just get bought out by somebody?
Zillow owns Showing Time.
Yeah, Zillow.
Zillow-
There you go.
Zillow owns
Okay.
Showing Time now?
Yes,
Zillow
yes.
owns,
That's what I
Zillow
thought so.
owns Showing Time. They own.
They just bought Follow Up
Dotloop.
Boss, and
They
that's what
own
I've been using.
They
So
own Dotloop. They just bought Follow Up Boss.
and
So
I've
you
been
can't.
using
I
Follow Up
ain't
Boss.
touching
I'm
none
good
of
with
them.
it.
Why?
Look, and that's who I've been using, Follow Up Boss. I'm looking
Right.
at moving
Hey,
moving
they
along.
about to sell your client contact.
I know,
for
right?
$10,000 a month.
Dude.
Right. Everybody did they 3? I think we're missing a couple.
Corey again got one left.
I did one.
I think you got 2 left, right?
With the personalities, dealing with personality, and also dealing with clients that. Let me see. I want to see how I can put this. That
Shoot it straight, man. Shoot it straight, man.
Hey, it's client.
Don't give us the political answer now. Don't give us the political answer.
that not, I mean, dealing with clients that they want something, but they don't want something, or I don't know how to say it. They, I mean,
But they
get all gung
champagne
ho.
dreams with
They
beer
get
money.
all gung ho, and they want to see houses, but when it's time for them to do what they need to do, they get ghost on you, or they come up with excuses. So it's like, you really don't want this house, do you? Or you really don't want to buy a new home. You know, when if you get somebody, hey, I want to get them pre-approved, and you get them all the information, and they ain't called a loan officer one time or went online and clicked the something like you. So you really don't want this house, do you?
He might be selling the girl a dream, man. You know,
Right.
He probably is.
Yeah, man, I'm going to get you that house.
Yeah, I'm gonna get you that house.
Peacocking. But no, my top 3, man, that's a pain in the butt. You know, it's damn near tied. All of them. I need to make this a top 10 list. You know, but I can't distinguish between lazy realtors and builders. You know, I don't know if there's 1A and one and 1A or this top 1. But I'm gonna try to make these builders my friends with these BTSAs, man. So, but it all goes hand in hand. You got the lazy realtors that cut your throat to get that extra 2% commission, because you know all they got to do is put their name on the thing, and they got the salesperson that's gonna sell it to them. You know, so they so, you know, focus on chasing shiny objects. They don't even attempt to sell and learn the market, and they just go into the automatic default, the easiest thing that you could do, you know, and have somebody else sell it for you, and then get, you know, sit there and wait on that money, and they'll sit there and wait on that money like it's a royalty or something, you know. So, and incubate the egg. So that's a lot of the realtors out here, you know, they waiting on that like it's an income tax check. You know, get that one, and then they'll stick to it like glue. You know, that's not how you do the business. It's just lazy, man. Straight up. You know, it's you know, especially if somebody give you a referral, you got to try your damnedest to keep that person on and to keep the relationship. But they'll sever the relationship just so they can make that easy commission. That's how lazy they are. You know, so I I'm not even gonna lift the toilet seat. I'm just gonna piss down and go ahead and piss on top of the toilet seat. You know, you know, that's how I look at it. Like, man, you can't lift that thing up. Go ahead and lift that. Especially if they got females up here, you might want to lift that thing up. So they don't think about this type of stuff. Builders, on the other hand, too, I think the legislation needs to be. I said this before, and I'll say it again. I think it's criminal to make somebody run their credit that don't want to run their credit. I think it's criminal to make somebody do something with their own personal information in order to buy something from you. If I got other means to pay for it, that's like I'm going into a store. I want to buy this good or whatever. I want to buy this piece of candy. You say, nah, I can't use this cash. You got to apply for my credit card. And if you get turned down, then you can buy the cash. That is BS. That's un-American. I should have the option to pay how I want to pay if I have the means to pay. So why do I need to go through your particular lender in order to get qualified to buy this home if I've already pre-qualified by a certified lender? That is criminal. But they do it all day. Nobody says anything, and then these realtors with no spine go along with the program.
But they're not making them.
They are making them.
What builder is making
what builder is not making them? Every big builder, damn near all of them. You got to, in order for us to hold this spot, you at least got to apply. That's bull crap. That's if I got other means, how can you hold me to something? I got to. That's crazy.
They make you apply. They're not making you go with them, but they're making you apply.
Why should I have to do another query? Why should I have to give you my information when this is all you need right here, the pre-qual?
Which they do that to a lot of new agents. You know what I'm saying? They just try to take advantage of the situation,
right?
Because they know they can press them,
right? And that should be something should be done about that. Also, something should be done about those. Let's go 1C, 1B, and 1C. Something should be done about those contracts. You really read those contracts, and nothing is skewed. We got all this stuff that's in track that's skewed to the customer. They changed all this legislation to the customer.
There's no protection for the buyer in them contracts.
Zero protection for the buyer against these builders.
Nope.
What the hell is going on? All this stuff is designed for the builder. The builder could just and take off. Ain't no repercussions.
Hey, but as a property owner, you can use whatever forms you want.
That's the thing is, since you're a property owner, you can
even as a listing agent for a residential property, if your client has their own contract, they can use that contract. Yeah. Even though we got promulgated for
them. Yeah. Right. But my point is that if you look at some of those contracts, I don't know if you know, I don't want to name no names because I'm not trying to get into no beef. I'm not trying to have a letter sent to me on anything, but they got, if you burn candles, your warranty for your AC is voided.
I remember you talked about that.
Yeah, so stuff like that, is in these contracts that people signing, and they don't look at them. They just see new home. Ooh, new home. Yeah,
I've had I know people that they've told me about that. Builder just went to them and said they had a contract with them. Said, that contract's over. We got somebody over here gonna pay more money.
Right. I've seen it all. Yeah. Sell it from under you. I've seen it all with these builders. Mm-hmm. No recourse on their actions. But that's my two gripes. The third one, I would say, besides the lazy realtors and builders, will kind of go hand in hand. Would be the third one would be actually people that. And I know Corey's going to amend to this. Hey, what's your rates? And you are again? What's your name? You know what I'm saying? Like we got how? Like what's the rates on what? What are we buying? When are you buying? What for how long? At what time? You buying this year? Next year? Can I get some more information, please? So everybody comes. You got to retrain your brain. What's your rates? There is no blanket rates. Let me say this once for everybody that's for the sound of my voice. There is no blanket rates. It's all on according to your particular circumstance and the time that you lock in. That determines. There's a lot of different factors. There's no, all right, like a gas station. All right, that one's $3.99 over here is $3.79. That's not how this works. You know, it depends on your personal profile and when you lock in. So don't call me. Hey, what's somebody yesterday? There used to be a broker. I hope you're watching it because he's Facebook. Hey, what's y'all rates on this? Come on, man. You know better than this. You know, so stop that. You know, I think it's 2024 almost. We should know better than this. There's no rates that, you know, that's cookie cutter. That's my top 3 right there. That is a big pet peeve of mine. Like, I mean, I'll answer them, but you got to be careful. You can't answer them too smart, then they get pissed off. You know what I'm saying? So
give them one word. It depends. Depends.
Right. I mean,
Right.
all that stuff they take is
what you needed to be.
Take the off. Take the it off and just say depends.
Nah, they don't like none of that stuff. That they consider that slick talk. You know, what rate do you want? You know, it depends. They don't like all that stuff. You know, so you got to kind of answer them. You know, all right. Well, what are when are you trying to lock in? Are you buying a house? Do you have a house now? I need a lot more information than what now I've just started to bust down his ass. And well, the last time I did one, it was about 5, even though it ain't got nothing to do with you. You know, I stopped doing any disclosures, man. Yeah, it's high 7s, 8s.
Yeah. Be general, yeah.
Yeah, like, man, so it is what it is. Y'all got one for me? What's the list for me?
What list?
I want to put out there.
Whatever, man.
You talking about a top? Ask you about a top list?
Make a list, yeah. Make a list.
Make a list, man.
Tell them what category you want.
Something professional, real estate. Not my top 3 R&B singers, but I wouldn't know anyway. I don't listen to R&B or R&G.
Since you licensed in multiple states, what's your top 3 states to do business in?
Georgia off top. Georgia, Texas, and California. That's easy. I mean, it's most of I haven't broke the ice in Florida yet. I almost broke the ice.
Well, and I seen recently it's gonna be tough to do that anyway because a lot of insurance companies are dropping folks in Florida and California.
What you mean dropping them?
Like they're not providing insurance coverage for these houses. So for the ones for California that's in like the wildfire areas,
yeah,
they're dropping them in Florida if they're in like the way of hurricanes, all that. Like they're not getting covered.
Is in the way of a hurricane.
A lot of them won't cover them.
Yeah, believe it or not, I'm saying it's a lot of sections in Texas. I'm saying that they're actually cutting out as well, or they're either cutting it out or they're going astronomically high on the policy.
Crazy.
Which I'm saying, which essentially is the same. It's just like, okay, well, look, if we're gonna do this or we're gonna cover this policy, we're gonna charge you a whole bunch of money to offset our risk.
Mm-hmm. And
so
people
it's
don't
not
realize
only
too,
California, it's Texas.
People don't realize too, once you start looking at houses just below Pearland, they make you get extra wind coverage, like the lenders do. Like they won't let you just get the standard. You got to get extra wind coverage.
And that wind, that thing hits hard.
Really?
That hits hard.
Like Manville and on down.
Oh my God!
But that's what they're doing all the developing and building that's down that way.
I mean, that's where the land is at.
That's it. Yeah.
But if you work with a client down there and you see these houses, they got those screw-in shutters and everything that they got to have for the windows. Like they got to have all that stuff for these houses down there.
Wow.
They even got the reinforced garage doors.
Right. I mean, I'll still bet. As far as me being in multiple states, what I mean, I'm not sure what do they got to do with the client's house as far as charging them different insurance or whatever. Because
Well, in every disaster or in every natural disaster, the insurance premium is rising, and the insurance companies here to make money, and they got to offset that cost. They spending billions of dollars for these coverages for what was the last hurricane we had back there down in Florida? Right, was the last one? No, yeah, the one in Florida.
Yeah, it was one in Florida.
Yeah, so all that damage, that damage is gonna ripple effect all the way across the nation as far as insurance goes. Period. Because that money has to come from somewhere.
Yeah, because if those houses are complete tear down, now you're looking at reproducibility costs to build that same house current day with the new cost of materials and everything is not the same as it was whenever that house was built.
Yeah.
Right.
Insurance is going to cause a lot of issues for us in our industry, man.
Well, if I don't know if you're seeing like the grand scheme of things. If you're talking about, I just had a policy. It's going to be, first of all, my policy. I got a fairly new house. It was built in 14, not even a decade old yet. It'll be a decade next year. But my policy went from less than $1,000 a year. Now, for the first time, starting this month, November, it jumped to $3,000. So it tripled up this year.
Was it $3,000?
With the $3,000, 29 and some change. So I've never had a claim or anything like that. So
I'm grateful for mine. Just went up like $68, but I'm gonna be fighting this roof situation here. I might get to that. I'm at that point where I have to get my roof replaced in order to get coverage. That's another big thing that's coming down the pipe. If they figure out your roof is 10 years or older, they're gonna start demanding you to get it replaced before they provide any coverage on the whole house.
right.
I just had mine replaced because that hailstorm we had in there. Like my roof is 11 years old. Well, it was 11 years old, but that just like we had that hailstorm. My it took it replaced, so now I got a new roof.
Right. Well, I'm thinking.
Did you file a claim or did you buy it?
Go ahead.
14.
Did you buy it? Did you buy a new roof or you filed a claim on your insurance to get it?
No, I filed a claim.
Solid. Right under the threshold.
Right. Well, this is the thing. I think more and more people are gonna get caught in the renter game. Because if you're talking about these court cases, if you're talking about buyers not gonna have representation, I know we some years away from that. Rates high. I know it's going to ebb and flow, but they're never going back down to 2 or 3 again. So you're looking at higher rates. You're looking at skyrocketing price of goods and all that stuff. Especially if we go into like a world war or something like that, where it's going to be hard to get goods, and raw material. So I think people are going to be harder and harder for them to get into a house. If you're talking, I just priced a $210,000 house today with a VA client that's 100% disabled. So there's no mortgage insurance or no taxes. He's still at $1,700 a month. $210,000. That's if he doesn't pick. He's in the country. Hopefully, he doesn't have that wind insurance you're talking about. So I priced him kind of modestly for insurance. So he might be his budget was 17, so that's at $210,000. So it's getting steep. If you'd had tax insurance, he'd probably be over definitely 21, 22.
Yeah, that's about right. That's where you're gonna be at.
Right. So the days of $1,200, want my note to be $1,200.
Nah, that was gone back in 2008, 7, 2008 and 2009.
Nah, they had you could still get it when I was first starting the business, 2017. You could get 1,200, $1,300, but it'll be like those 180,000, 165,000. But those were some you could get before pre-Harvey. You could get a nice starter home for like 165. And
what, a KB home? Yeah, KB Home.
KB Home, yeah, you
KB
know,
Home was running that
Yep.
right there.
right. So
Mhm.
you get a KB Home because, in fact, that was my first home, and that was not the Acres Home, but Black Bottom. It was a KB Home, but it was like about 165ish. But when I first got it, it was 125. But that wasn't too long ago, man. That was less than a decade ago. That's a faint memory now. You're looking at 250.
Mhm.
But
You know?
Home, yeah.
Same home. So it's like, and then the wages ain't changed that much. Ain't that much change as far as that nurse that was making 60, she's still making 60.
Yeah.
You might be making 62.
Right.
You know, so that's the conundrum right now. Like, then don't forget, this is the part that's really eye-opening. And I think CJ made a post about this earlier. What's going to happen when the rates drop back down to 5 or 6?
Oh yeah.
And you
Get
think
ready to be in the bid war.
the builders that's giving you the BTSAs right now, and they start cutting all that off, and it's going sky high, and your client are already on the borderline and not gonna be able to qualify. What's gonna happen there? And they ain't got the $30,000 to put over cash. What's gonna happen there? You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
So it's coming, man. It's coming. When it's coming, man.
He said when it's coming.
I mean, that's what. Hey, am I lying?
Nope.
I mean,
It's coming.
Yeah, it's gonna happen, man. Because there's not enough. I think they're trying to stimulate, but we keep falling for the open dope. Everybody gets scared. They better buy it now, man. But you're not gonna be able to buy a jack in a second. But think about it. If it's $250 now, everybody get pushed in the market, right? And they trying to go crazy. And now that same house, you ain't got enough for those 250 houses. And what's gonna happen? Those boys that's you really that $180,000 house gonna be 250. The boys gonna put. I'm gonna go ahead and put my house on the market. I'm gonna put it at 450. Who gonna
Cash
buy
out, then B. Cash out.
it? Man, who gonna buy it? Come on,
Cash out.
y'all want it? Come on, get it. 450. What you gonna do? You want it? I'm gonna do the same thing. This is opportunity. You see what I'm saying? So boys gonna get you think greed, you underestimate greed, man. And then it ain't gonna praise. It ain't gonna praise, but boys
And
gonna pay.
FOMO.
Huh?
And greed and FOMO.
Well, I think too, if it don't appraise, but even if they do sell it, it's still raising it up.
Yeah, just like during COVID, people paying the difference out of pocket.
Yeah.
But am I correct on that? If it sells for that, and even if it don't appraise at that time, it still counts as a sale. Don't that overall arcing raise the price?
No.
It don't.
No, because it's still gonna go for what it sold for.
It's still
Right,
It could be
right. But
listed for something.
Huh?
It sold for more than was worth back then. You follow me?
So you get a contract on a house that's overpriced, right? And the buyer ends up going ahead and paying the difference, correct?
Correct.
Is that what you mean?
So if I get a bunch of those in the same area, and I now to raise the price of the comps by that 20, 30,000.
Yes.
Yeah, you just reset the market for
You
that
just
area.
reset the market at that point, yes.
Yeah, you
Right,
just reset the market. Yeah.
So overarchingly, now I can get more. It's constantly raising the price.
Well,
Well, right now
because
we're
it still
settling
has
for
shifts
COVID
in the
right now.
market. It still has shifts in the market. So there is some times that there's going to be a correction.
Yes.
Right.
So kind of like we were in right before rates went up too crazy. We've seen a drop in prices pretty much across the board for a little bit. They didn't drop as much as people thought.
Right.
But that drop over a certain period of time will change, will also reset the market to a lower price.
Right. But wasn't they saying that prices finally it didn't really go down. It kind of leveled off.
Right. That's
Because
what I said.
it
It corrected itself a
skyrocketed.
little bit. Yeah, it corrected itself a little bit, but it's still been too much activity for it to change much.
Right.
So price is still on the uptick.
Yeah, it's still going up. And do you see any time when it's gonna go down? Because think about it, it's getting more and more to where people they gotta find somewhere to live.
They better buy right now with people starting to Christmas shop and stuff, and they worry about buying houses.
So my thing is this: you might as well jump in the game now before, because the game is gonna be the game. It's just what price are you willing to pay to jump in the game? It's like, I give you an example. I remember we went to the Saints and Texans game, and we sitting in the end zone club. You know, it was good. See, it was on the first row, but it was in the end zone. Now I remember back in the days, them tickets was like $12. Them tickets like $500 right now.
I was gonna say more than that.
Well, I hear $12.
Yeah, man. When I was a kid,
What year was that?
He must have been talking about the Astrodome. He was talking about the Astrodome.
No, this I'm talking about the Superdome. I'm from Louisiana.
Oh, the Superdome. Oh, okay.
Right.
I was like, NRGA now ticket in that was less than $100, other than the up in the.
Nah, when I was a kid in '87, when the Saints first made the playoff, them tickets was $12 in the end zone, first level. Some of the tickets was free. You know, they give away to certain kids and shit. So, but my point is, ain't nothing in that less than $500. It's the same seat, but the price changed.
And the crazy thing is, in New Orleans, you know what I'm saying, regardless if the Saints is doing good or not,
Right?
them tickets is ridiculous.
Right. That's my point. So it's similar to with these houses. The same house. You want to get the seats when they $12, or you trying to get it when they $500?
Yeah.
But on that market correction thing, that was some solid details there. If at some point, do we believe? No, the house will never be that cheap ever again, but that house will never be worth that amount that you sold it for once prior to it, that $450. It'll never be that price ever again. It may come back a little bit just because of the nature of the real estate cycle going up and down. So the question is, are we on the downside or are we on the uptick? Right now, I think we're going down. So that $450 house, you sell it now, 10 years from now, the house will probably be worth $350 to $270, $350 to $330. That's what a market. Yeah, just your analogy of $450. You say your house $450 for those who's trying to come in and buy because you feel like it's gonna due to the increase of cost. The market correction will happen. We're still on that. We're not at that point to where it's going to stay that high. It's going to come back down, and at that point, that's when it'll be another good time to buy again.
It's coming down now.
That's what I mean.
Oh,
so we're on the downside of that correction.
But
So
it's like this. But
we're not
been
flat.
like this for
But we're not
years.
flat. But we're not flat, right? We're coming down, right? So we're not flat.
But it's like 3%.
3%.
My point is,
what?
This is my point. I get what you're saying as far as ebbs and flows. I understand that totally. However, I think with inflation, unless they do something about this inflation, I think with the devaluing of the American dollar, everybody's going away from the American dollar. I think pretty soon, dollar's going to be like pesos. You know?
Hell no. No.
I mean, not literally. Let's use not critical thinking.
I mean, well, that's what you're saying. You talking about
Right.
peso? No way.
Like similar, not exactly similar. Like
You never met no Frank Sinatra.
right. Right. So y'all be saying, I see what happened with y'all. Y'all take things out of context. You know what I'm saying? So
we ain't take things out of context. Be that what you just said? Pesos? Come on, man. Like, look,
Right.
look. Just admit that was a bad analogy. I got it.
what I mean
You're
by
saying-
that is that the currency got extremely devalued to where it's not worth what it was. That's what I mean.
Well, I get that, but pesos is a little bit extreme.
I mean, so when you say the food is garbage, is it really garbage?
Yeah, if I had bad food, it was garbage.
Garbage mean you
Yeah.
throwing it out. It means sewage. But do you get the
It
analogy?
meant I get where you going, but you know what I'm saying
Right.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, so y'all really take things literally. I'm not. When I say your food is garbage, that don't mean it's literally something you scooped out of the trash and gave it to me. It means it just doesn't taste good.
Goodness gracious, man.
Yeah, funny.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
crazy.
saying?
We are on the downtrend of the real estate cycle, B. Period.
Right.
Yeah.
Period. We're doing just like this.
Because that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? The sellers are not creating the market anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like they are taking reductions just to get the house sold.
Right.
Or they're giving up seller concessions.
Right. I
Yeah.
get that for
It's
right
coming
now.
back. Yeah, so concessions are coming back.
But
So I'm not saying our market, Texas market is maybe like California, where you know what I'm saying there's a drastic drop or a drastic, you know what I'm saying, increase in property values. Texas is not like that, but you know what I'm saying, what I'm saying is that you know what I'm saying it's not like it was for the past 2 or 3 years.
right.
But if you look at the data though, it's still a lot of these houses are still selling like 97-98% of the asking original list price.
Right.
So if you factor in what they say inflation is about 3% every year,
Well,
but then we have say what?
It's
He said
9.
Now we not
On
at 9
average,
anymore,
it's
though.
been about 3%
Right now, we're
before
at 5%
this year,
inflation.
last year, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And then we talk about list prices are the market having a 3% correction and basically zeroes out.
Right, but you know what I'm saying when you look at it, you know what I'm saying, you as an agent, if you go out and get a listing for the past 2 years, you're like, man, look, I think your property is worth 300, but the way the market is right now, we can list this thing for 320, 330. And I think we can get that. You know what I'm saying? You're not doing that now. You know what I'm saying? You're like, hey, look, your property is worth 300. I'm listing it at 300. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not adding that extra on top of it. So of course, you know what I'm saying, it's going to sell at that point because you're listing the property compared to the market, according to the market. You're not asking for that extra cushion.
But that's when you got to be smart when you're running comps, because before, when things was popping, you could go 6 months in the past and like, this is the trend, like you can get this much for it. But now since things are shifting so much, you got to look 1-2 months instead of 6 months to get a more accurate number, because like we were talking about, things are in correction territory. If you want to sell it, like this is like we don't dictate. Even you as a seller don't dictate the market. The market is dictated by buyers and what they want to pay for a piece of property.
Yeah.
So if they ain't paying that, you ain't getting it.
Nah. And that was a great analogy talking about 300 to 320. That $300,000 house right now, that house is selling for 290, 280, due to all the unforeseen factors that we can't control. Because that buyer can't afford that $300,000 house no more. That buyer is buying at 270, 280 max.
Hey, but the problem is somebody moving from California can, and they still doing it.
Yes. And so that's that massive correction that we still got to try to figure out how to navigate. Because if you don't get that California buyer, you just get a regular buyer, your house still gonna sit.
Yep. And then if you wait for these rates to drop, then you're gonna be up against these out-of-state buyers that can cash in their pocket.
And then here's the other thing that's taken into the equation too, is that, you know what I'm saying, you know, everybody's come down with the new market and new higher interest rate. You got the temporary buy down that, you know what I'm saying, it could be paid by the seller. So, you know what I'm saying, even if you listed at 300 and you say, okay, well, look, you know what I'm saying, I'll accept this deal at 300, but I'll give you back 10K to go towards the temp buy down, you know what I'm saying, you know, that has to be taken into account as well. Because it has to be a win-win at this point.
But if that buyer can't afford at that 300 to get to the buy down, isn't that an issue?
No, not really, because you know what I'm saying, if you're doing a temp buy down, your payment's going to end up lower than, you know what I'm saying, for the first couple of years. So, you know what I'm saying, a lot of people
at the high interest rate.
But they got to be more liquid on the front end, right?
They do, but you know what I'm saying, but the biggest thing is that, you know what I'm saying, for most clients trying to come in, they're like, hey, look, I want this house that I truly can't afford. But I'm saying if you do the 10 buy down, I'm saying now it makes it affordable for the next 1, 2, 3 years, whatever the case may be. Now I can get into it. I can be fine. I can feel comfortable with that. So I'm willing to pay you the $300K as long as you allow me to bridge the gap to have that lower payment up front.
Yeah, and then I was gonna say on the flip side, we could talk about assumable loans, but then at the same time, if they don't have the bread to pay that difference, it ain't gonna help. It ain't gonna matter then either.
Correct.
I think the assumable mortgage is one of the most misleading loans out there, man. It sounds great to assume a 3%, but if you can't qualify based on documentation, it's just like, why are you mentioning it?
Right. Well, assumable.
Yeah, or if you don't have the money in the bank to pay the difference on the value.
Yeah.
Right. It got to be. That's one of those Hail Mary things that's available, but very seldomly applies. You know,
I still ask my seller client, like, ask your servicer if they allow assumable, and relieve you of all the connection with
of the debt.
Yeah. And if so, I mean, you might find somebody that can do it. And if it's somebody that just bought the house, then it ain't that much equity in it anyway.
True.
Right.
True.
Yeah, but most of the people, that's the thing, is that they're gonna want this. They're gonna want some bread in the pocket. They're gonna want some. Most people just don't want to walk away. For the most part. Some people walk away from them. For the most part, they're gonna want something, especially if they've been in a couple of years and they figure that, they put a little into it. So this depends, man. One other thing I want to get over. Go over before we get out of here, man. Let's have a little fun with the pop culture, man.
Uh-oh.
Pop culture, let's well, I don't know if it's too controversial. I already know everybody gonna pick their sides. I don't want to go there, man. I ain't want to go there, but I know people gonna pick their sides, man. Now let's go ahead and do it, man. Top 4 MCs of all time, man. You right?
Oh,
man.
Oh God, here you go.
Mount Rushmore, man. Mount Rushmore.
Die line.
Did Dylan ever come up with the thing?
No, that bird.
Well, you already know mine, man. I got mine on the wall, man. Look, boom.
Who them cats back there, man?
That's
Hove right there.
Yeah, that's. I got 2.
Like you got Mos Def up there.
That's Mos Def up there?
Nah,
Mos Def is solid though. Mos Def is solid.
Yeah,
Mos Def is solid, man.
Yeah.
Solid.
I put him in my top 25, but
he don't reach the Mount Rushmore though. He's solid. But
he got an impeccable memory. I'll tell you that. His memory is off the charts. Like I seen him do
Rushmore. That's a good one, man.
I got 2.
Just to be different.
I'm gonna do 2 different ones. I got lyricists and I got rappers. In my top.
I'm gonna do rappers, no, don't do lyricists, rappers.
I'm gonna do rappers first, then I do lyricists because I'm a lyrics guy. I love lyrics.
You gonna spit everybody out of New York?
Nah. My lyricist is from all over, but let's do rappers first. My top rappers is definitely a split between 40 and Mac Dre. That's at the top of the list.
E40?
Yeah, E40 and Mac Dre.
And see what I tell you, Mac Dre.
Right.
Who the hell is Mac Dre, man?
Come on, bro. Don't disrespect.
Come on, bro. Mac Dre. Who's the
Rest in peace to the cutting, man. Rest in peace to the furrow, man. But nah, Mac Dre is one of the.
Mac Dre, E40, and who else, man?
That's my top 2. I would say rappers that I like listening to. San Quinn. It was number 3.
San Quinn. Who the hell is San Quinn, man?
Man, come on, man. Stop disrespecting this dude
all
right
California.
here.
All California.
Where you from?
San Francisco.
Okay.
Come on, man.
Is Mac Dre from Cali or are you from New York?
Nigeria's from Vallejo, California.
Okay, 3 Calis. Go ahead.
Right. And then I would say that I like listening to, that I spent a lot of time with. Got to be, I would say Hove as far as this rapper. You know, so Hove and lyricists.
We can't even debate you, dog. We don't know person we know as Hove, man. That's not
You know 40. You definitely know 40.
And I don't think E40 is a good rapper. I'd put him in your lyricist category more than anything else.
Man, I'm talking about 40. I love 40 because 40 is, first of all, he doesn't sound like anybody else. Then if you live that life, it's he painting a picture of that life, and he make good music. He got hits, got old. You know, he could right now. He could pack an arena, and everybody gonna be singing the words. And then I like about 40 is that you never see him in no beef. No, he say, she say. He go anyway. He did songs with Tupac. He did songs with Jay-Z. He did songs with all of them. You know, he's cool with everybody. I like that. And he was the first that I've seen buying real estate, buying fat burgers, buying strip malls. He had a special back then. He was buying. He was, what you been doing, 40? Buying real estate? That was back in the days. So he was the first on the entrepreneur. He had the 40 water. He had all that before 50. Before 50 had vitamin water. So he had all this stuff. So I respect the hell out of 40. He's like, I like the way he could go anywhere, step in any hood, and he good. I like that. So that's how I aspire to be. So,
so you comparing the man to the art.
Well, I think there's no difference.
Yeah.
I think your art is a reflection of who you are, and that's
It is, but when you're delivering that art,
right, and that he delivered what he talk about. He makes no qualm. He's a D-boy that made it out. He's a star now, and he's the ambassador of the Bay. That's what he rap about, you know. So you know that's what he made, and he dissect that from every angle. He got a song about everything.
I got to try one. He came out with some wine.
Yeah, his wine is really good. Earl Stevens. Yeah.
Watch my new closing stories. I'm gonna do Woodbury. What is it? Woodbury. I'm gonna do E40. I'm gonna do a couple of Ciroc, and I'm gonna start giving out all black owned wine.
Ciroc ain't black owned.
Thought Ciroc don't did he have Ciroc?
Nope.
Nah, they kicked him out. They kicked him out. Well, he's suing him, one of the two, something like that.
That's why he ain't pubbing them no more.
But what about Bel Air? Don't Ross own Bel Air?
Rose?
No.
Rose,
Yeah.
I think he might be a part owner or something.
But he does have his own. He does have his own now.
Right. Well, you get the premise of what I'm saying. Black owned wine. I'm gonna do my research to make sure it's all black owned. But
go CJ. Let's see what yours is. Top 4.
Well, hold on, man. I ain't finished, man. I got my lyricists, man. My lyricists.
No.
My lyricists. You know, this is. Yeah, I got to put this on the separate wall, man. You know, I got Hove number 1. I got Crooked I actually number 3.
Who's Crooked I?
Man, come on, man. Stop disrespecting the legend.
I thought that was Big Pun for a second.
I thought it was Mac 10.
Nah, that's with blue on, bro. I think he come on.
Who is that?
That's Crooked I, man. Crooked I.
Oh, okay. Somebody we don't know. Go ahead. What's the next one?
Number 2, I would say. If you don't know who Crooked I is, he was label mates with Tupac. He was signed to Death Row.
Okay, I still don't know who Crooked I is.
Yeah,
unfortunately, I do not know. So when you hear mine, you'll understand why I do not know.
Right.
Go ahead with the other two.
I put one freestyle on from Crooked I. You gonna have to get props.
Go ahead.
But my number 2 would be Ghostface Killer.
I thought Ghostface was a hell of a writer, though. Go ahead, but that's true. He's a hell of a writer.
So Hove, Ghostface, Crooked I. Then I would say Wayne would be number 4, and then honorable mention would be Royce. My top 5.
Royce 5'9"?
Hell yeah.
Oh,
Royce just made it.
Hold on, how you got Royce and you ain't got Eminem?
Royce, come on, man.
Bro.
Yeah,
don't get it twisted. M go hard.
Right.
He go hard, but he ain't got Royce.
Can go.
I think. Let me say that.
But Eminem said himself he got his flow from Redman.
Hold on, CJ. You co-sign. You gonna tell me Royce 5'9" is better than Eminem?
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Woo. Okay.
His production might not be, but he got his
You-
bars.
Bruh.
Well, this is the thing with Eminem. First of all, they it's almost like they give outside of our community extra points. So I think he got a battery in his back.
No.
Now he could
no.
run. Hold on, can I finish, please? Can I finish? I swear there's only gonna be 60 seconds.
I'm just putting my
I've
disagreement
never
out there.
seen
You're
street
right. Go ahead.
I've never seen street dudes in my hood. I'm from Louisiana. Ride around and bump, and my name is Eminem. It doesn't. What he said doesn't really impact us from where I'm from. I can't feel it like that. Now he could rhyme words together real well. I give him
Yeah,
that.
he witty.
But as far as what I can feel, Royce will say stuff like, "Man, I dealt with my failures way better than I dealt with my successes." So stuff like that, I can feel. I can't feel whatever Eminem be saying. I don't know what he's saying. He said, Royce said, I handle failures way better than I handle success. See that stuff like that blow your mind.
All right, so we got go CJ. I gotta hear this, man. Go CJ.
I'm from the South. I'm going everybody from the South.
It's from the South. I gotta hear this.
That's what I do.
That's what we're gonna do. Man.
Scarface. I'm gonna go with. I mean, Wayne did his thing. I gotta get to Wayne. He dropped a whole bunch of heat in a short amount of time. I got a toss up between 3 Stacks and CeeLo. People sleep on CeeLo.
Yeah, CeeLo nasty.
People do sleep on CeeLo. CeeLo has
CeeLo is nasty though, but he got a little wild for a while that you just couldn't keep up with him.
Yeah, like the whole thing. I ain't talking about the singing part, but the Goody Mob, the Goody Mob,
buoyant. It was like
who's that thing in my window?
The Goody Mob, CeeLo.
Oh yeah, it was nasty, man. Yeah. I give you that.
And I gotta get Bun, man.
You gonna put Bun?
Bun got bars, dog.
Bun, I don't disagree, Bun.
I ain't never.
I have a hell of a debate between him and Pimp C.
Another rap about
between him and Pimp C.
Dessert. Another. Say what?
Nah, I have a hard issue by
when Bun said he was gonna
what?
But he said he was gonna slap in the face with a pie a la mode. I was like, bruh, who thinks about that?
Man, the hardest thing Bun said, man, you got to pay like you weigh wet with 2 pairs of naked. What he said, we'll pay like you weigh wet with 2 pairs of clothes on.
Yeah, that big pimping.
Yeah, so that was one of the hardest things Bun did. Yeah, Bun been spitting, had bars.
Pimp said, I got my first key from my baby mama, brother.
But Pimp is on my wall though. You know what I'm saying? Pimp is on my wall.
Had 10s and the Pioneer amp. I hit it from the back.
This is original artwork, by the way.
That's dope. That's nice.
Yeah.
He said,
Pimp is on the wall though. But I can't.
I told you
I can't take no one away from Bun though.
They say niggas out here dying from laying on some ass. Can you get that?
Yeah, I love Pimp is on. You're on the wall, so you already know what that means. Next,
well, you ain't saying.
But I'm talking about I spent more time with I'm talking about playlist wise. He's in my top 10, but he's not. I had to go top 4, top 5. So he's in the top 10 for sure.
My top 4. I'm gonna do a hybrid between East and West and the South. I'm gonna go Biggie, Tupac. Here in the South, I'm a big fan of Fat Pat. And Outkast.
Right. I mean, I like Fat Pat.
That's 2 people. You can't do Outkast.
I mean, I can't say if I like 3 Stacks or Big Boy because they both go hard on so many different tracks.
That's facts.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I just said Outkast. And I was UGK. I'm a big UGK fan as well. But I struggle between deciding who go harder between Bun and Pimp. So I'm like, okay, I can't even figure that out myself.
Right.
So that's why I didn't even include him there.
Yep.
Steak and shrimp, man. Just depend on what you.
You know what I'm saying? Because
you know, but what you got, Barry? Don't tell me Chubb Rock and Queen Latifah.
No.
Not Queen Latifah.
Mine's all over the place too. I love Scarface because I grew up on Ghetto Boys. Tupac. And you know what? I love Rakim.
I know it's gonna be old school.
And my and I think the most underrated Ice Cube. I love Ice Cube.
Yeah,
Cube is underrated. Cube is
a good one.
The storytelling he gives, man.
Cube is underrated.
Cube
That is very true.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I can't argue with that.
Yeah, Cube's a beast, man.
Right.
Yeah.
Corey, you the last up.
Last up.
Yeah. You
All right. So I probably would say, you know what I'm saying, 8 Ball and MJG for me. You know what I'm saying? 8 Ball and MJG.
Another solid South class.
Yep.
Classic.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'd
Yeah.
be
Them
surprised
first
if
three
you step outside.
Them first 3 albums they did, man, them classic. Coming out hard, Space Age Pimpin' and
Come on.
what's the one where they peeping through the keyhole? What is that? What is that album? That's not Space Age Pimpin'.
No, that's
that's
Goody Mob. That's Goody Mob.
That's not good.
Outside looking in. Is that outside
looking in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, them 3
Yeah.
albums right there. Man, the thing's nasty, man.
Right.
Yeah.
Nasty, man.
So then, you know what I'm saying, I would probably, of course, go Jay-Z. I would actually put Drake in mine. You know what I'm saying? Drake come out with some. Yes. Man, I'm not putting cats in there just because they legendary, man. You know what I'm saying? If I had to listen to some shit and his catalog, I'd put Drake in there.
I just recently moved Drake to my top 10. Drake is in my top 10 because that's certified.
Hey,
I don't even know if I would put him in.
he might well say Rocky Marciano.
Drake, that's certified lover boy. He went to another level on that.
Hey,
No,
but I don't think anybody that has been accused of having ghostwriters should be included in this conversation.
Here you go. Here they go.
I mean, if he got ghostwriters, he ain't no writer.
Here they go with the ghostwriters. Here they go with the ghostwriters.
Right.
I mean,
if
he got
that's the case, you got
ghostwriters.
to take Wayne down. If that's the case, you got to take Wayne out the top.
Why to put Wayne in that top? Who put Wayne in that top?
Yeah, Chris put Wayne.
I said Wayne.
You said Wayne?
Yeah, so if that's the case, you got to take Wayne out because they say Drake was penning for Wayne.
Man, I don't know about that. Who penning for Drake? The same dude penning for both of them?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know who penning for Drake, but whoever he called with it.
All right. Well, I'm gonna swap
he
out
called,
Wayne. I'm gonna swap out Wayne. I'm gonna go East Coast and go Redman.
Right. I mean, but Drake be saying some shit.
Ooh-ha.
Drake.
I take Method Man over Red, but
What?
I was gonna say Method Man too. I was
take Method Man over
man,
I
Red.
think I
y'all
take Rakim
tripping.
over Method Man.
Redman
Yeah,
got bars,
yeah.
bro.
No, I'm not saying Red Man don't have balls. I'm saying
More than Method Man.
I take Method Man over Red.
Yeah, I mean, I have to agree with that Method Man over Red, but I mean, I thought you didn't like Wu-Tang, man. You know, like man, I think a couple episodes back, like man, I can't listen to Wu-Tang in no circumstance. Like man,
But Method Man and Redman have had albums.
Yeah, I'm talking about. You're right. I'm talking about them by themselves, not
But
Wu-Tang.
not with the whole Wu.
right, but it's still that same chamber. It's still that. I mean, they might be a little bit more mainstream East Coast, but don't forget that in the mid '90s, Wu-Tang was East Coast. They was the sound of the East Coast. You know, they ran New York for like a good 4 to 5 year stretch. You know, they was New York for a minute. You know what I mean? I would say from '93 to '98. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know about that, but
I just was looking at this. What gave me the list I did. I was just looking at the top. They said the top albums of every year since
Hold
1984.
on, I'm tripping. Scratch Redman, DMX.
X went hard. X went hard.
Yeah, I like
DMX
I like
was
DMX.
hard.
X goes
Right.
hard, man. Goes
Right.
hard.
Yeah.
But now they
Oh, that was a good one. That was a good one.
X
CJ.
had some classics.
That was a good one, CJ.
I
Got me
don't
thinking.
over Redman. Though? I mean, he was, I mean, you know, X
Yeah,
had
to
the
be
hit.
honest with you, yes,
I would
over Red
X had the
Man
hit.
I would
would
put
put
X
him over
over
Red
Red and Method.
and Method.
Yeah,
I'll put him
I don't know
over
about
Method.
Method, but
Yeah.
yeah,
I put him
Okay,
over
so
Method.
let's
yeah.
do it like this. For the content of the songs, yes. The way he put the songs together, the stories that he told help you understand, yes. Like how you say he feels you. Yeah, X has some things to say.
Right. I definitely X is in my top 25. I'm not gonna, you know, but he's not in my top 10. You know what I mean? But you know,
Top 25.
yeah, he's in my top 25.
You went from
You
10
can't
to
name
25.
top 20. You can't tell me. Yeah, you can't. Come on, you can't name 25, 24 cats better than X.
DMX.
I can definitely.
Hey, it's gonna be
Oh,
somebody we
goodness
don't know.
gracious.
Yeah, I mean, I listen to skill. I mean, I looked at the last 10 years. I really don't know. I kind of been in the bubble the last 10 years. I stopped listening for new cats. You know, I used to be
I don't
always
listen to these new dudes either.
yeah, like these new dudes. I couldn't tell you what the difference between the baby and Lil Baby and all of when after Future came out with Pluto, man, everything started to sound the same to me. You know, so I can't tell you.
Yeah, you couldn't a while ago, yeah, you couldn't tell who was from New York, who was from Atlanta, who was from
Yeah,
wherever.
it's all sound the same.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
it was
I mean,
like that.
the
But it's some
Hey,
it's some
but
solid dudes out now though.
You know who go hard? We didn't even nobody even named this one. We all from the South. T.I.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know if I put T.I. top 5 though.
Nah,
Not in my top 5.
I think
Not top five. I like
he'll
T.I.
hit the top 10.
What
Not
about
the top
Luda?
10.
What about Luda?
Luda
I like
too.
Luda better than
I like Luda
I like
better than I
Luda.
like T.I.
I think T.I. is overrated.
Luda go hard.
Hey, it's a dude that ain't out there for real, but he got bars named Four Eyes.
Who?
I heard of 4 Eyes. Yeah,
4 Eyes out of Atlanta, dude. He got some bars, dog, but he ain't out there like that. But
I'm
dude
gonna
can
tell you who
spit.
slept on out of Atlanta. The crew that
Oh no, hold up. Sci High.
Sky High the Prince. Yep.
Sci High the Prince
Sci-Hi
go
Prince.
hard, dog.
Saha. What is he saying?
Yeah.
You never heard of Sci High?
No.
Yeah.
He wrote for
Oh.
Kanye.
I'm old like Barry B.
Yeah,
Sci High ain't
You know
new.
what I'm saying? I'm
Sci
old
High.
like Barry B.
He had
Sci-Hi
probably,
ain't new.
I would say, out of 2017.
The
he
last
had
CD, the last
he had the best
album I
album
bought,
out.
the last album I bought, like I literally paid for, was back in maybe 2003,
I
2004.
think they stopped making CDs back then too.
You know what I'm saying? So that's,
Hey, Hyman was going up in Sam Goody.
Right. And there ain't no Circuit City no more. What happened to Circuit City?
I used to go to Circuit City.
Oh,
I
that's
used
big
to go
though,
to-
right?
Oh, I
He
used to
went
go
to
to
Best
Soundwaves.
Buys and what a CD
No.
section at.
I used to go to Soundwaves. Y'all remember Soundwaves?
Oh yeah.
You go to Soundwave, get the
yeah,
$10
Soundwaves.
CDs. Yeah.
That's
I used to go
classic.
to one right there on 45 and Cross Timbers.
Right. What happened
This
to
one off 59. The one was off
I
59.
thought you was gonna say Serious Sounds, man. I thought you was from the
Hey, and before he lost his mind, I like Kanye West before he started.
Yeah,
before
before
he
he
went
lost
off
his
the
mind.
chain.
That College Dropout album,
College dropout
Classic.
and graduation.
fucking classic.
Even after he lost his mind, you know what I'm saying? Kanye got bars.
Right.
Classic.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Hey, so what's the classic? What's the classic album though?
You talking about? I mean,
For what?
Just-
lyrics. Yeah, you got
Is anybody?
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 Death certificate. Death
Death
certificate.
certificate?
Yeah, my
I
summer
like that better than
vacation.
American Most Wanted. I like American Most Wanted better than Death Certificate.
Do you?
America's Most Wanted?
Yeah,
You
I
do?
think American Most Wanted better than Death Certificate.
What about you, CJ?
I mean, no, that's not my favorite album.
I said a
Okay,
classic album.
oh,
You gotta say
No,
a
classic
classic.
album.
Classic
Classic
albums. Scarface Emeritus.
Emeritus. You went to Emeritus though? You didn't even want to do the what's the name of the damn? Where they got the suit on, sitting in the front in the chair? Not
No,
that
yeah.
album. I figured you to go Ghetto of a Diary, Ghetto Diary, or something like that.
Yeah.
Diaries or something. I figured you to pick
No,
that.
that's a classic too, but that people
But-
it's
My
a
favorite
different
album of all time. Where
Too
you,
hard to swallow.
Nah, it's just you got to do Return to 36.
You gotta do
Return-
what?
Return of the 36 Chambers. I mean, 36 Chambers, man.
Oh shit, there we
That
go.
Wu Tang, that
I knew he
debut.
was gonna say a Wu Tang album. Man.
Oh, yeah.
What about you, Corey?
That's tough.
Yeah.
That's tough. I mean, Space Age pimping.
I'm gonna take Riding Dirty.
I was gonna say
Riding
that too.
Dirty.
I'm gonna take
Ride Dirty,
Fuck.
yeah.
Fuck it, I'm just taking Riding Dirty.
You know, one of my favorite Houston artists besides Killer Calion
Killer Calion.
is Magno. I like Magno. I think Chameleon had signed him at one point. Magnificent. He's from the north side. He's from Greenspoint. You know, so that's one of my
Good
favorites.
Greenspoint or the good Greenspoint? Because
I don't
one
know.
time Greenspoint was a good
Man,
spot.
I don't know the dude with the big McDonald's chain. Magno.
That's any Houston artist back in that time.
Nah, he had a big M, like it had the McDonald's logo
Yeah, I
on it.
know.
So his name was Magno, Magnificent. But yeah, he's probably one of the best Houston lyricists. I think he was signed with DJ Clue's label, and then Chameleon that picked him up after that.
I'm going with Mike Jones.
Who?
Mike Jones.
Mike Jones.
Who?
Yeah, but man, we're gonna go ahead. Man, we're gonna join y'all next week. I know it's getting
All right. Yeah, it's getting late.
past CJ past y'all bedtime, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Look, CJ
All right.
clocked out. You know what I'm saying? Look.
Oh, did he back in? He must have. He got.
All right, y'all.
All right, man. All right.
All right.